What would saving your first $10,000 do for your life? Imagine waking up every morning knowing you have a safety net, a cushion that protects you from unexpected bills, sudden emergencies, or even the stress of losing a job. Imagine the relief of not having to rely on credit cards or borrow money when life throws challenges your way. Think about the freedom and control that comes with knowing you're finally ahead, not just surviving from paycheck to paycheck. Most people believe that saving $10,000 takes years of extreme sacrifice and penny pinching. They picture a life where they can't enjoy a simple coffee, a night out with friends, or a small treat without guilt. But that's not the reality. The truth is, reaching this milestone doesn't have to be painful or impossible. In fact, with the right strategies and mindset, it can be much simpler than you think. Why is $10,000 such a powerful and important milestone? It's more than just money in the bank. It's a symbol of discipline and control over your financial future. $10,000 represents security and stability. It's the point where you stop feeling like you're constantly behind and start feeling like you're finally moving forward. When you have $10,000 saved, you no longer panic when your car breaks down, when an unexpected medical bill appears, or when your job suddenly feels uncertain. You don't have to rely on credit cards every time there's an emergency. That money becomes your shield. It gives you peace of mind, the ability to make decisions from a place of strength rather than fear, and the confidence to take risks that could improve your life in the long run. Here's something even more exciting. Once you save your first $10,000, the next $10,000 will come faster. Why? Because by the time you've reached that first milestone, you'll have built habits and systems that keep working for you. It's like pushing a snowball down a hill. The first push takes effort, but once it starts rolling, momentum takes over. The challenge is getting started and knowing exactly what to do. That's why we're going to break this process down into clear, simple steps that you can actually follow. The very first step, and the one most people skip, is tracking every single dollar that comes in and goes out. It sounds basic, almost too simple to matter, but this step is where everything begins. The truth is, you cannot save what you don't measure. Most people have no real idea where their money goes. They may have a rough guess, but they're almost always wrong. Think about it for a moment. If I asked you how much you spent last month on food delivery, could you give me the exact number? Probably not. And if you could, would you be proud of that number? For most people, it's shockingly high. Small, unnoticed purchases add up faster than you realize. This is why tracking is essential. You can use free apps like Mint, YNAB, or even just a simple spreadsheet on your computer. The goal isn't to judge yourself or feel bad, it's to see the full picture clearly. When you start tracking, you'll quickly spot your money leaks. These are small, often invisible expenses that drain your finances. It could be forgotten subscriptions you never use, expensive coffees every morning, late-night online shopping sprees, or extra charges from poor planning. For example, if you spend $12 on lunch 3 times a week, that adds up to nearly $1,800 a year. That's almost 20% of your $10,000 goal, gone on sandwiches. When you see numbers like that in black and white, it changes how you think about spending. Awareness is the first step to control, and control is what makes saving possible. Once you know where your money is going, the next step is to create a dedicated home for your savings. Open a separate high-yield savings account and label it your 10K fund. This simple psychological trick makes a huge difference. When your savings sit in your regular checking account, it feels like spending money. You're tempted to use it for day-to-day purchases. But when it's in a separate account, your brain treats it as untouchable, like money that's off limits. Here's where automation comes in. Set up an automatic transfer that moves a portion of your paycheck into your 10K fund the very same day you get paid. Think of it like paying a bill to your future self. You never miss money you don't see, and you'll be surprised how quickly it grows without you even having to think about it. Now let's talk about cutting expenses, but not in the way most people think. You've probably heard the old advice, skip your daily coffee, stop eating out, never buy anything fun. But the truth is, small cuts like that only go so far. If you really want to save your first $10,000 quickly, you need to focus on the big recurring expenses, the ones that take up the bulk of your budget. Start with housing, your biggest expense. Negotiate rent, move somewhere cheaper, or get a roommate. Even saving $200 a month adds up to $2,400 a year. Next, cut transportation costs by downgrading your car or switching to something more affordable, saving another $2,400 annually. Food is another key area. Meal prep at home instead of eating out to cut expenses in half and stay healthier. Focus on big changes, not tiny ones. Cutting a $200 car payment matters way more than canceling a $15 subscription. Once you've trimmed costs, increase your income. Pick up a side hustle like freelancing, delivery driving, or selling online. An extra $500 a month equals $6,000 a year, getting you 60% of the way to your 10K goal. Avoid lifestyle creep. Don't upgrade your spending when you start earning more. Put every extra dollar straight into savings. Break your savings goal into layers so it feels less overwhelming. First, focus on saving $1,000 as quickly as possible for emergencies. This small cushion will protect you from unexpected expenses without needing to rely on credit cards or loans. Next, aim for $5,000 to cover essential expenses like rent, utilities, and groceries for a few months. Finally, work your way up to $10,000, which will serve as a starter fund for investing, future opportunities, or even starting a business. Automate your savings to make the process effortless. Set up direct deposits so a portion of your paycheck goes straight into your savings account before you even see it. Whenever you receive extra money, such as bonuses, tax refunds, or unexpected windfalls, transfer it directly to your fund instead of spending it. Make it a habit to track your progress weekly. Watching your balance grow will keep you motivated and excited to keep going. Reaching your first $10,000 isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about building stability and setting a strong foundation for financial freedom. Once you hit this milestone, you'll realize how possible and rewarding saving can be, and you'll gain the confidence to take on even bigger financial goals. As you see progress, challenge yourself to find new ways to save or increase your income. Consider taking on overtime at work, selling things you no longer need, or developing a new skill that allows you to earn more on the side. Small, consistent actions add up over time. Each dollar you save or earn is like a brick, slowly building the strong foundation of your future financial security. Remember, saving $10,000 isn't just about the number in your account. It's about creating powerful habits that will last a lifetime. The discipline, patience, and focus you develop during this journey will make every future goal easier to reach. Stick with your plan, stay consistent, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your savings grow. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more practical money tips, and let me know in the comments. What's your first 10K goal? Emergency fund, debt payoff, or investment?